Hi, I'm Kylie Roberts.
And I'm Mel Wunwell, and we are Shift Unlimited.
In this podcast series, we will be doing a deeper dive into many facets of living and leading in this modern world, from founder to scale up, right through to leaders of global established organizations.
We will explore how we can be more holistic and authentic as we connect more deeply with ourselves, our relationships with others, and the wider world.
Let's begin.
Welcome to this short and sweet podcast we are sharing with you today on the intonation patterns in the English language. We are looking at them as we can create some powerful language patterns with intonation, again, that distract the conscious mind so that we can communicate directly with the unconscious mind, which is where all behavior change and learning happens. So why might we want to do this? Well, the unconscious mind is hardwired for winning. It wins at what we want it to win at. The challenge is that when we get stuck in an unhelpful internal or external narrative, we can direct that winning mindset towards self-sabotage. How many people do we see winning at self-sabotage in their lives unwittingly? As coaches and leaders, if we can understand language patterns and structures more consciously, and are able to proactively use these linguistic models and techniques that we're sharing with you, we can have a remarkable impact as leaders, coaches, and in our everyday lives. An elegant use of intonation patterns is included in this suite of linguistics too. So what do we mean by the term intonation patterns? Well, intonation patterns are one of the ways that we use tonality to convey the nuances of what we are truly trying to communicate with the words we're using. So they're used to convey meaning in the spoken language. There are 3 intonation patterns that we'd like to share with you today and share some examples of as well. Do you want to start with the first, Kylie?
The first intonation pattern goes up at the end of a sentence. The unconscious mind takes this as a question, even if you're making a statement. For example, I'm going out. Australians talk like I do, talk like this naturally. The intonation often lifts at the end of a sentence. The second pattern, the intonation stays the same from beginning to end. The unconscious mind takes this as a statement, even if it's a question. For example, would you like to go to the movies? The intonation is the same all the way throughout.
And the third pattern, the intonation goes down at the end of the sentence. The unconscious mind takes this to be a command. Even if you ask a question, it will think that it's a command. You can understand this, can't you? So a powerful linguistic pattern is to ask a question using the command intonation. You can practice this in your next few conversations. So for example, you can do this, can't you? Or this will work, won't it? First, see what you do naturally, intonation-wise. As you heard, Kylie, with her Australian accent, particularly when she first arrived in the UK, was teased quite a bit for her intonation going up at the end with pretty much all of her sentences. So notice what you do, and then practice saying questions and using the command intonation to see what happens. Or making a command and using the intonation of the question, so making it go up at the end so that the mind hears the command and wonders whether it might be a question. So have a play with this. This is possibly the shortest podcast that we'll share with you in this series. So thank you for listening to the podcast today. And again, please click to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram at shift_unlimited.